Well, I thought that was probably an awful first half that we had played probably in the last 5 years, for whatever reason. But I thought the second half, I thought we fought, gave ourselves a chance. That's a good basketball team. They don't beat themselves. Can't give 28 free throws to 14. That's a big number, you know. But then again, at the end, we had an opportunity with free throws to tie the game up, and just like last game, we didn't.
You were fighting up there all the way, but you had chances, and I don't think you brought everybody in the line to get across in that situation. You already proved it against the pressure earlier this year. You just feel kind of snake bit right now.
Right now we are. I mean, you know, we had the same guys at the free throw line the last game, and it came down to free throws, and we didn't. So, you know, as I told them, man, there are peaks and valleys of basketball games, and we really miss Colin. We really miss Colin, and I want to thank Forbes for playing. No one, including probably the medical people, did not want him to play today. He just fell through it like a senior because of that fall he had last game. Yeah, it's really sore, limited his movement, and Colin just couldn't go. He tried, he just couldn't go. So, but give them credit. They did what they needed to get done, but you know, we just got to find a way to fight through this.
Yeah, really did you see on this turnaround in the lane? I think they would have tied it up. Probably Jalen went the best time to try to get the foul on the 3-point shot. What would you do on that?
Yeah, the guy reached across, and whenever he does that, he has free range to go at the guy. And when you look back at it, I mean, that's, you know, again, it's a judgment call, but whenever a guy's not vertical and he puts it over there, it's a smart play to do. You know, unfortunately, we just didn't get that call.
Earlier in the half, Kobe came in and steal and pretty much uncontested layup, and missed it. They drop a rebound at the other end, and they score 2 points. That, in a game where they don't give you 8 possessions, that sequence.
Our January has been that way. I don't know if I've ever had a month of basketball in my coaching career like we had. The kids are fighting, you know, from the foul that wasn't that we did, say the Florida Atlantic situation. I mean, all of them. I mean, it's just and again, we have to create that, but we have had a very snake-bitten month. It's been tough. The kids have fought. And so, as I said before, you know, when you go through things like this, when you come out of the storm, and we're in a storm, and when we come out of it, you know, that it's going to feel a lot better.
You talked about, for whatever reason, the offense just wasn't flowing in the first half. Could you pinpoint anything that way?
Yeah, it was tough missing Colin. Colin does a lot for us, and not having Colin was huge. I mean, those you know, not even so much of what he scores, but what he does for us. You got, you know, one of your bigs is in trouble, and so we didn't have that today. I went small in the second half, and I thought that helped us, and we were able to score more, you know, in the second half. If you look, we scored 40 points in the second half. You know, we ended up going smaller, but then that affects our bench because I put Trey in. But it was definitely, and I thought Percy did a nice job, but not having Colin was big for us.
Second time in the conference play, you've suffered back-to-back losses. The second time all year. You talked about the month of January. Just how do you continue to right the ship and get this team to have a consistency of getting a string of wins together?
Well, one of the things is that, you know, we've got good people. When you got good people, they'll fight their way through it, and it's my job as a leader to make sure that they're ready. And so, and I've been through stuff like this before. But you know, again, especially when you're, you know, been a lot of mid-major tournaments, getting yourself ready for March, and you know, when we get through this, it's going to be pretty good. We just got to kind of fight through this right now, and we will. We got a good team. We will.
Obviously, without Colin, it was different. Did you feel there was a hangover effect at all in the first half?
Yeah, I did. I did. I thought we felt, as I said, a little sorry for ourselves a little bit. Probably the quietest plane ride I ever had in my life coming back. I knew the guys were really despondent. And when you go through all these type of one-possession games and they don't go your way, you know, these guys are, you know, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old. It mentally affects them a little bit, you know. And just, you know, they fought back today, same thing, two-point game at the free throw line, and you could just see. I thought we tightened up a little bit.
Last play of the first half, fought back from your awful half to get a little bit 6, and then the guy hits a 27-foot 3-point shot. What did you do? and so I'm sure you had some work to do at halftime too, because all the work that they've done previously is kind of went away there.
That's your definition of being snake bitten. You know, we played that perfectly. Throw a wild shot up. We played the last possession against UTSA perfectly. Guy hadn't made a 3 all game, hits a 3. Yeah, off balance. I mean, so, you know, there's certain times we've had a lot of good things happen to us, And so you take the good and the bad. And I've got great kids, and so we'll fight through this. But I feel for them. I feel for them because, it's not because they're not trying. Almost, maybe even trying too hard. Almost trying a little bit too hard. So we haven't had our bye. It's been a lot of games for us. This has been brutal. This has been brutal for the coaches. My staff hadn't had a day off. And we're not going to complain, but that's part of it. But hopefully February we'll get a little separation with our games, and we'll kind of fix ourselves a little bit. I don't know. I would say probably not, but we'll see. That thing swallowed up pretty good. And like I said,
First half of that game, or did that?
yeah, first half of that game, and and then you get on the plane right after the game, it swells up even more. So I went down a little bit, and he tried to show me he can go today, but he couldn't go. And I'll be honest with you, I'm going to take a real hard look at Forbes here because I need him down the stretch, and we'll see what happens. As we go, I'll probably got to handcuff him and do whatever to get him not to play. So we'll see. Thanks, guys. Mm-hmm.